We're 1 month away from Midwest Gaming Classic, but first we have to get through February. So here are the pickups for the month. So February was kind of a quiet month. It was my birthday, and I decided to kind of spoil myself, so I got a few things. Not a whole lot, kind of steadily keeping away from games and just collecting the ones that I really want to play. So first off, we're going to jump in with a limited run release that finally came in after 3 months, and that is a Azure Lane Crosswave from Idea Factory. This is not technically a limited run print, but it is being sold by a limited run only, so it's exclusive to their site. This is kind of a 3D shooter with females who are battleships. Kind of interesting, but the other thing was that the DLC included Neptunia from the Neptunia series, or Neptune, I should say. So I wanted to kind of add that to the collection, and it looks kind of fun, as kind of weird as it is. This is kind of a strange one. As many people know, I'm into fighting games, and I had to grab this because it had everything for the series of the game, I guess. And that's Street Fighter V Champion Edition. This includes all 3 seasons of the characters as well as all the DLC. And I did try to trade in my arcade edition of Street Fighter V. Unfortunately, GameStop, of course, would only take or give $2 towards the game. So it was like for 30 bucks and only getting $2 off really wasn't worth it. So I ended up keeping both versions. So it's, yeah, it kind of what it is. But I have yet to really pop this in to get all the characters downloaded and swap out that arcade version just because I haven't really been in the mood to play Street Fighter V lately. So there's that. One of the big releases for February that I was really looking forward to getting, and I will eventually start this month, hopefully, and revisit these games. This is the Yakuza Remastered Collection, which I'm really excited for because it has 3, 4, and 5 remastered. 5, of course, came out as a digital-only version on the PlayStation 3, which I did get. So I have played through all these games. Of course, they've added back in some of the stuff that they took out of the PlayStation 3 version, which is really nice. So I get to actually experience the full breadth of the game as it was kind of meant to be. And of course, Sega was nice enough to include a PlayStation 3 case for Yakuza 5. Even though it's not the PlayStation 3 physical version, it's nice to actually have a case for it. And you have the physical version on the PlayStation 4. So now we have the entire Yakuza collection, 0 through 6. The only ones we're missing still are the PSP versions. I think there was 2 of those. Maybe eventually, possibly, we'll see those. I'm not counting on it, but if you haven't jumped to the Yakuza series, it's one that I highly recommend. Start with Yakuza 0 if you can find it. It's relatively cheap. I think it's a $20 game right at this point. But great game. I enjoy the humor in it. It's just probably one of my favorite kind of Shenmue, not a successor, I guess. The graphics are wonderful, sounds wonderful. The some of the combat in some of the games, even though they change them up in every version of the game, is actually really fun. So next is, of course, another Sega release. This one I had to get for the Steelbook just because I thought it was gorgeous looking. This is Bayonetta and Vanquish, and this is probably the 3rd time now that I've bought Bayonetta since I have it on the Xbox 360, the Switch, and now Xbox One. I opted to go with the Xbox One version just simply because I felt, being that I have the X, I thought it would look a little bit better than the standard PlayStation 4 version. And Vanquish I have yet to really touch. I mean, I knew about the game, I've seen gameplay on it, but I just, at the time, didn't feel it was really for me. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I know the 360 version is pretty much dirt cheap at GameStop at this point, so that's a alternative if people are interested in snagging that game and giving it a try. I believe it's still backwards compatible on the Xbox One X, so you technically get all the benefits of getting this version as it is. Or picking up, I don't remember if it's on the PlayStation 3, and it might be a PC even on Steam, but yeah, of course, Steelbook. Wanted to get that. And what's one of my pickups without a PlayStation Vita game? I did get one. This is another impulse buy that I ended up getting. Some people on Twitter were talking about it and how it's kind of becoming a little more difficult to find. It is in Japanese only, and that is Monstermon Piece. This is the only physical version that I'm aware of, anyway. There may be a PAL version, but I doubt that. But we did get this as digital only here in the US, and it's available on the PSN for, I think, $10. People were saying that it's actually it's a strategy card game, but they said the game itself is actually really fun. The only drawback is the gimmick to the game, and that is in order to power up your monsters for their strongest attack, you have to rub them, literally, with the touchscreen of the Vita. You have to rub the cards to enhance their attacks. So I was like, it's kind of questionable, but people are actually giving it high praise for the gameplay of the strategy card game. So I figured, well, I found it for $17 used through Solaris Japan, which they seem to have quite a few decent games that are really low price, and their shipping is actually really reasonable. So this is my first time getting a used one from them, and it came in this nice little plastic bag, which I think is really nice. And I may probably purchase more used games from them in the future, I should say. So that's kind of interesting. Of course, the backside of it's all in Japanese. And you can kind of see some shots there. I don't know. Camera's not really going to focus very well. I may try streaming this one at some point, but probably the digital version if I ever find it on sale. Just to kind of see what it's like, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But like I said, short, sweet month. Looking forward to Midwest Gaming Classic. My next pickup video will probably be late because of that. I may stream some from Midwest Gaming Classic and expect a lot of pictures if you follow me on Twitter. I'll have that available up there. So, but that's it. As always, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.